of this case. All right, what do we know about Ashlee? All right, what do we know? What is the newest, the newest, the newest development on this young lady who was killed in a hotel room? What do we know? What is the most recent, up to date information? By the way, her name is, well, her influencer name is Ashlee Janae, but her governmental real name is Ashlee Robertson. What do we know on the trip that was taken to Tanzania? What happened? It says she died in a hotel room at Zanzibar early in the month of April. A few days ago, she died while she was celebrating her 31st birthday. So now at that point in time, from what we know thus far, she was celebrating her 31st birthday, and at that celebration, or while she was celebrating that moment, she got engaged to Joe McCain. She got engaged to him. All right, so that's what we know thus far. And she was transported to a hospital on the 10th, where she was pronounced dead. Now, TMZ did an autopsy. Not TMZ. TMZ reported that there was an autopsy done on her that shown something they call strangulation. Now, initially when she was pronounced dead in her hotel room, supposedly the resort assumed that she died on her own account. She died on her own account. Okay. Now again, when they did another research, they discovered that they had a prior dispute, or supposedly an argument, and in the course of that argument, those on the resort stated that they came in the room and they separated those two, and they had her in another room while he was in another room, meaning in two separate hotels room, based on the argument that they both had. They got separated. Now, another search that just came up, police seized Joe McCain passport. Every other document that he needs to travel is being confiscated by the police here at home. Now, the question here, they are saying that from the medical report, she was strangled. She was strangulized or strangulated. All right. Now, they are saying that she did not strangle herself. Now, my question here, based on the most recent up-to-date information I'm reading now, if she did not kill herself, then the question remains, Joe McCain may have been the one who killed her. I'm just saying, she did not kill herself based on what the medical or the autopsy stated, that she was strangled. Now, if those at the resort stated that when these both individuals got in the dispute that we don't know exactly what the dispute was all about, if they got in a dispute and they came in if those at the resort came in and separated these two and put them into two separate hotels room. Now, the question remains here: did he go over to her hotel room and strangle her to death? Because what the autopsy is saying here, she was strangled to death. So, did he go into her hotel room and strangle her to death? That is the major question here. And as we speak right now, his passport has been seized, which means he cannot travel out of the U.S. to any other country. It has been ceased. Every other document that he has also been ceased. Now, according to the new report here, the family have tried, they have done their best to reach out to Joe McKinney. No response. You're talking to yourself. You cannot even pronounce words right. All right. So yeah. So this is what we got here thus far. There's a GoFundMe that's already in progress. A GoFundMe is already in progress to cover that expense. Now let's dig a little bit more here. Dig a little bit more in here. Let's see what TMZ stated. TMZ confirmed that the influencer Ashlee Janae autopsy is complete, but investigators are keeping her case open with the intent that something suspicious have occurred. And because something suspicious has occurred, they are now ruling out homicide, and they are now ruling out other accidental attempt that has to do with her spouse being involved. An autopsy also involved a detailed medical examination that leads or led to what we call forensic pathologist who studied organs, injury, and also did another toxicology test to determine if she did kill herself or someone did kill her. All right, so based on these evidence here, authority here at home has seized his travel documents, which means he cannot travel. All right. Let me see what else here I can adhere to this here. All right. Now, this is my question here. This is my question, right? And I know this may not be as supposedly a case that will get the maximum attention because she's a black woman. So it's not going to get that ideal. It's not going to get that ideal attention because she's a black woman, and because she's a black woman against a man who is not black. These type of cases, most times, it goes in the case of the male, because the male is not typically, he's not black, and he's white, and not only just he's white, but he has money, and she is a female who does not have money, and because she does not have money, and plus more she's black, it will always come across as opportunist, opportunist. And not only will it come across as opportunist, as the father stated, my daughter does not have money as compared to Joe, my kid. So in this instance, it will come across as we as a family trying to reach out to him to give account for our daughter. It would seem like, oh man, not seem like, oh man, but it will come across as if to say we are accusing him of killing our daughter. But the question is, if y'all both went on vacation, and you came back and she's dead, who do you think we're supposed to call? Who do you think we're supposed to call? Who do you think we're supposed to hold as a suspect or a prime suspect? We're gonna hold Joe McCain as a prime suspect. But this is what resonated with the family though. When he came back, he didn't answer his phone. He didn't try calling the father to explain, or the mother or the sibling to explain, oh, hey guys, I went on vacation with your daughter. And I realized that I went into her hotel room and I discovered that she was dead. No explanation. They didn't call the parents. They didn't reach out or anything. He just left it plain blank. Family trying to reach out to Joe McCain. According to the report here, no response. Phone is dead. Phone is turned out. No response at all. Now, so this right here come across as a red flag. And it makes sense why police seizes his travel documents, his passports. It makes sense why they seize it, because the way she got killed through strangulation, and from the medical report for the autopsy, the way she got killed, it was not her doing, or the way the manner in which she was killed. It wasn't like there was a knife involved, and from what it's saying, someone else might have done that. Now, those at the resorts are saying they both were in an argument, and when they both got in an argument, what we did was we came in and separated these two. That's what we did. Separate these two because they were arguing. And now we don't know whether he ended up going to her room and attacking her, or whatever happened after we separate these two. We don't know what happened after that. And that's the point. Police want more explanation. And that's what we stand. So in my take on this case, and I'm gonna just be very brutal and very honest. And I don't care who says it. If she was a white girl, this case would have gotten more attention than it has gotten. And not only that she's a black female, but it's that she is not successful. He is. He has the money, she doesn't. And there is a greater chance that, I won't say greater chance, he paid for the trip that they went on in Tanzania. He paid for that trip. And the trip was to commemorate her 31st birthday. So he was like, you know what? Get ready, pack your bag. I'm taking you to Tanzania. I don't understand how they end up going to Tanzania. You know what I mean? How many white folks take people on a trip to Africa in Tanzania? You know what I mean? She's not African. You know what I mean? This is the weird part of it. She's not African. So I'm surprised how you take a girl for her 31st birthday. You know, what black American woman that I know on her 31st birthday would want to go to Tanzania or Africa and not Italy and not France? I'm just confused. That's right there for me was a red flag. No woman I know on her 31st birthday, it doesn't matter what birthday that is, she would never want to go to Africa to celebrate her birthday. If that's her first trip out of the country, she would rather go to France, Italy. I'm talking about African American women. I'm not saying any other woman. That would be their first reason. No, I want to go to Italy. I want to go to France. I want to go to Paris. But you take this girl on her 31st birthday to Tanzania. Tanzania, of all the countries in Africa that you could take her to, Tanzania. I'm just wondering what is in Tanzania. I'm an African. I'm just wondering what is in Tanzania. I don't want to. Well, from the video I watched, they have animals. But what black American, look, you know, maybe other race of women may have taken a trip to Tanzania. A black American woman would never want to go to Tanzania on her 31st birthday. And plus more, she is an influencer. Where do you think she wants to go? Italy, France, Paris. She wants to go to these places so she can utilize that atmosphere or that scenery to draw more followers. But instead, he planned the trip and took her to Tanzania. And when you guys watch the video, animals running here and there, and she has few interesting things to talk about on the trip. And what pours me when I watch the video, and to other content creators and other people's views, and just reading what the dad said, he said, I believe beyond every reasonable doubt My daughter was killed. I don't want to say he killed her, but somebody killed my daughter. That's a good approach for the father to say, he killed my daughter. But now, let me bring this back in the context of race, because it has to do with race. And I hate to say this. But I'm going to throw this in the package, right? If she was white and the male was black, and the male comes home back to the U.S., and that white girl is dead, and that male refused, never called the parents to give account of their daughter, comes home, get back online, because he's a businessman, and just carry on the transaction and start making money, and parents try to reach out to this man, no response. What do you think the police in this country would do? They're not only going to seize his passport, they're going to lock him up. They're going to lock him up. They're not going to seize his passport. They're going to lock him up. Why are they going to lock him up? Because she's a white girl that he took on a trip to Tanzania, and she's dead, and he's back in America black. They're going to lock him up. Now, what made this case a little iffy to me, and I'm just trying to throw the race part in, they only seized his passport. They didn't arrest him. So if you seize a man's passport, but you're not going to arrest this man, you're not going to interrogate this man, you're just going to seize his passport. And the question is, he's not even a prospect in a sense to say, we just going to keep this man as a prospect, label this man as a prospect while we investigate her death, to say he is the one that we're going to hold first of all, and then proceed to look at other issues. This guy's online doing his normal business, while this girl parents is trying to get some answers to the death of their daughter. Again, I hate to talk about these type of stuff on my platform, because it will always come down to race. It will always come down to supposedly white and black. That eventually will come down to. And what happens? She's dead. And he has not responded. He has not given the family any tangible explanation as to what happened to their daughter. Nothing at all. So the dad is still trying to get that response from Joe McCain. You guys can Google Joe McCain. Let me read another article here. I just had to touch on this, man, because you know what I mean. It could be my sister, it could be my daughter, it could be someone else connected to me. It could be just any other race who took another race on a date and killed this girl. Now, the hotel's staff at the hotel says that they were in a debate, in an argument, but they could not tell exactly what the argument was for. Now, this is my question. If I take my girlfriend on her 31st birthday to Tanzania, which it would never happen, because I'm an African, but I'm not going to take my girlfriend to Tanzania, because Tanzania is nothing historical as compared to going to other countries. But anyway, why on her birthday I'm going to create a chaos or create argument when it's her birthday? Not only just her birthday, but I also proposed to her. So the girl died after her birthday and the day that she was proposed to. You make it make sense. You make it make sense. You make it make sense to me, guys. You make it make sense to me, because you know I'm trying to have it make sense to me. You took a girl to Tanzania. I'm an African. Ain't nothing in Tanzania except you're gonna kill this girl. That's it. You took her to Tanzania, away from everything, to Tanzania, and then engaged this girl, and then on her birthday, engaged this girl, and then turn around and she's dead. I'm not saying that he killed her, but she's dead. Now, what makes it more suspicious to me, as an analyst, as a news analyst and a journalist, is that you refuse to call the family. you refuse to get online and do what a boyfriend would do. What a boyfriend would do. You know what a boyfriend would do. You know what I mean? Come back home, call the parents and say, "Hey guys, I'm sorry. I got this bad news. I took your daughter on a trip, and came to find out, I woke up the next morning, went into her room, and she was dead. So I just want you guys to know, I'm calling you guys from Tanzania. I'm here in Tanzania. I just discovered your daughter is dead. I'm just calling to let y'all know." None of that was done. The dude flew back to the U.S. like everything was normal. He's a guy who, what he does, he does crypto or something like that, you know, some investment stuff. Never called the family, never called the dad at all. Went about his normal business. Who does that? Who? I mean, make it make sense to me. This is the reason why I got on this instead of talking on something political. I got on this. Make it make sense. This is your girlfriend. Her 31st birthday. Took her on a vacation. Engaged this girl, and then she's dead. And then you come home. No phone calls to parents. No phone calls to dad. No phone calls to any of her peers or friends. And you back on the internet making money. And that's it. Come on, man. Make it make sense to me. And again, I don't want to be the first to point the fingers. And TNZ don't want to be the first to point fingers. But the way things are right now, and his passport being seized, I'm still shocked why the police just seized his passport alone and nothing else. Let's see what somebody said. You look absolutely. Oh man, come on, man. You guys got. If you got no picture, you don't exist. You like a AI to me. You know what I mean? You're like an AI to me. And no picture, you an AI. You know what I mean? We're in an AI world now. He did voted you. Thank you. He did voted me. Shake my head. Yeah, shake your head. That's correct. Really, bro? Yes. Myself. What you saying, Dan? This dude calling out a. I am assuming you are being sarcastic with that hat. Yes, again. So I don't want to be the first to just call it out and say he killed her, but we seen the same story plays out in this country where two people go on a date, where couples go on vacation, and one is dead, one comes home, and then when they do investigation, the spouse is the one who killed the woman. We see that this is not new. So I bet you, as this investigation goes on, everything gonna come right back to him that he killed this girl. Now, this is what really pisses me off. All right, this is what really pisses me off. If she was white, do you think if a spouse were black, you think that he would be back in the U.S. conducting businesses as usual? Come on, man. Come on, guys. Come on, man. Do you think that he would just come home and just get some nice sleep and, next day he's in the office living the best life? No. I just want to put that in there. Never would be. Because the FBI, CIA, and the police will be banging on his door. The very next day he'd get off. Excuse me, sir. Where's that girl that you went on vacation with? But in his case, the parents haven't seen that. No phone calls. Police have not been proactive on that. FBI, less. CIA, none. The only thing they did is seize his passport, and that's it. He has not been arrested. He has not been questioned. He has not been held as a suspect at all. So, seizing a man's passport, what difference is that? If he's not being prone or being handled or being accused in any form or even relegated or just saying you are a prime suspect, he just got his passport, what that tells the family? It's not solutional. It's not solutional. Seizing a man's passport don't mean nothing. It doesn't mean nothing, to be honest. But that's the best that in America can be done when a black woman and a white man go on a date. go on a vacation, and he comes back, and she's dead, and nothing is done. Nothing is done. That just tells you this country here, where a white man take a black girl on a date, and she's dead, and he back in America, going to probably one of the best restaurants. I was just looking at his Instagram. This dude is on his normal stuff, driving the same nice car that he been driving when he met her. He's still carrying on businesses. Who else crying and screaming and need help? The family, right? I would say the same exact thing if the role were reversed. If he were black and she were white, I would say the same thing. That at the end of the day, it points to him. Either way, if he was black and she was white, I'll be saying the same thing. Oh, the black guy came back to America and he didn't bring back the white girl, and the white girl is dead. He should be held responsible. So I'm saying it now that the role is not reversed. He should be held responsible. Not just seize his passport. Let us know. Let the family know he is a prime suspect on the death of Ashlee Janae. That decree has not been made. That statement has not been made. The matter of fact, to be honest, there are no police officers in America on that case. And in the worst case scenario, no major news outlet have ever taken on that story again, because she's black. He's rich. It's a white rich man who took a poor black girl to Tanzania, the worst part of Africa. Tanzania? Is that where you're going to take your girlfriend? Tanzania. And then he came back home alive and she's dead. No phone calls. Where does that happen at? Only someone who don't look black would do that. I'm just saying. Now, we don't know whether he bribed those, because the speculation now, I'm not going to exaggerate. The speculation, he may have bribed those at the resort. He took her to Tanzania. I mean, all those people that work at the resort, they're all poor. He got money, he rich. Kill her and just pay all those workers. How much is Tanzania? You can give $100 to one of those employees at Tanzania. That $100 will last them for 2 months. And if you double that and say $200 a piece, they're not going to tell us he killed her. Come on. So he's very smart. He didn't take her to Italy because it would take more money to conceal that. I'm just saying, I'm assuming if he did that now. I'm not saying he did it. He didn't take her to Italy because it means that it's a little bit more sophisticated. The hotel is more sophisticated. And there's a greater possibility that he may face crimes in Italy compared to facing charges in Tanzania. See, in Italy, if he killed her in Italy, the Italy government will hold him accountable. So he doesn't want to go there. So if you go to Tanzania, it's Africa. The chances are, where is he in now? He's back in the U.S. All right? If that was in Italy, he would have never been back in America, period. The Italy government would have arrested him. The police would have arrested him for a crime. Smart. So you know what? I'm going to take her to Africa, to Tanzania, the worst part. And if I do my dirt, I can get on the flight and I can be right back in the U.S. and I'm going to pay all of them off. Because what the new development that we just got, according to the workers, and that's kind of a little fishy, they stated these two were in an argument, which I doubt it. I doubt it, and the reason why I doubt it, because they said that these both were in an argument and they came in and separated these two. But the autopsy stated she was strangled to death. So when did these supposedly witnesses or those workers at the resort came in? When she was dead and they took the dead body and moved it to another room? Because, come on now, if I go, come on man. This dude got money, he's rich. He got money. He probably paid him off. Moved the body to a next room, to a next hotel room. And tomorrow morning, we can say, we had an argument. I was in my room. She got strangled. She went in her room, and there she had it. And the autopsy stated the way she died, somebody killed her. Now, I'm going to go back to those at the resort in Tanzania. Zazimba, that's the research I did, that's the worst part of Tanzania. All right? A man who's rich take his girlfriend to the cheapest part of Africa, Tanzania, in Zanzibar, the worst country part of Tanzania. He didn't take her to the city part, but to the country part. So this guy had a plan. This is just me doing my investigation. Why will you take her? I want to, for example, let me give you an example, right? You take your girlfriend. Today's your birthday. I'm gonna take you to New York City. I'm taking you to New York, right? But instead, you didn't bring her to Times Square or New York City. Instead, you took her all the way to, let me think, to one of these little places in Cuba, where all animal trees. All right, you didn't bring her to New York City. You took her all the way in New York, but we're in the country part of New York. That is the instance here. And when you watch the video, she playing with animals. What black American woman that you know you will take on a vacation and she want to play with animals and not try to and not want to go to these expensive resorts? As a matter of fact, a typical African American woman will say, African American woman on her birthday will want to go to Dubai, not Tanzania. This whole thing looks so suspicious to me, bro. It looks so weird to me. No typical black American woman. And this girl is a content creator. Content creator go to where they can create content. Not in Tanzania, in the jungle, where all animals. What kind of content she gonna create? Oh man. You know what? Listen, man. We've seen this play out over and over again, where we see white men take black women. We see white men take minority women on vacation and kill them. We see white men take white women on vacation and kill them. We see this. This is a normal trend. We see that. This is not brand new. It's normal. This is how most couples end up killing their other spouses or their spouse. This is not strange. We see that all the time. There's another case I was looking at in court, and I'm gonna do a research on that, where this male or doctor, a medical doctor, I don't know what you guys can, if you guys know what I'm saying, took his wife, a white woman, on vacation and beat her head with the back of a brick. While they're on vacation, on their honeymoon vacation, for years being together, took a brick and tried to beat the back of her head with a brick. And God could have it, she did not die. That's how he back in America right now, going through legal trial. Come on, man. We seen this thing play out. The only thing that makes it worse, and I don't want to talk about it, is race again. On social media, because she's black, he's white. That's the reason why he's not arrested now. If he was black, they would have arrested him. If she was white and he was black, they would have arrested him. You're absolutely right, they would have done that. Because a white man, a black man killed a white girl and come back to America, bro, you're not just chilling, man. You're not just having no fun. You're not driving your Ferraris and your Rolls Royce and your Lamborghini. You're not out here going to the expensive restaurant while you kill a white girl. And the parents trying to get to you and you're not responding. And the white parent calling you, you're not answering. Boy, you're out of your freaking mind. The white parents calling you, where is our white daughter? And you're not answering the phone. Boy, once you hit the airport, FBI grab you, bro. You're not even going home to your home. You're getting locked up in prison or jail until they can get all the necessary information that will clear you out. But ain't nobody doing no research. Ain't no agent, ain't no police, and none of that doing no research at all. The only thing they did for the family, according to the father, they seized his passport. Who cares about seizing my passport? He's an American. He ain't got to travel. He's rich. He ain't got to travel. Seize my passport. I don't give a F. If I kill her, that's all I wanted to do anyway. So if you're going to seize my passport, go ahead and do that. And that's all you can do. So where does it leave the family? Where does it leave the parents? The dad is heartbroken because he's saying that the system once again failed the family once again. And the only reason I'm bringing this up because it could be any one of us, sister. You know, nowadays we're in gentrified society, or we're in integrated culture where you know you fall in love with who you fall in love with. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? So it could be my sister today falling in love with a white guy, or with any other race of guy. It could be your sibling falling in love with any other race. Now, in this instant, it's a girl who met this guy and fell in love with this guy, and on her birthday, he decided to take her on a vacation. But this is where me, not a journalist, or I want to say a journalist, not an investigator, which African American woman? That's what my sister was saying. My sister was laughing. She laughed a little bit. She said, no African American woman will want to go to Tanzania on her 31st birthday. And plus more, she is a content creator. What that means, I'm going to go celebrate my birthday in France, Paris, Italy, Germany, you name it all. I'm going to go to England and take pictures, take the train, because I want to explore this place so that at the end of my birthday and my engagement, hold on. This is what my dad said something. He said, what black American woman wants to get engaged in the jungle and not in front of the Paris Tower, where the whole world can see that she engaged in front of the Paris Tower, but engaged in front of animals? So, she a content creator, an influencer with almost 124,000 followers. And she's saying on her live, because the video I watched on her live, I'm going vacation, I'm going vacation, I'm going vacation. My honey is taking me on vacation. I'm going to show you guys how fabulous the vacation is going to be. And just to find out, they are going to the poorest part of Africa, which is Tanzania. You know what? Guys, you make it, you know, you got to make it make sense. I just got to go. It pisses me off because our country, the U.S. here, we still don't see black women worth. We still don't see it. We just don't see it. And it's sad, it's frustrating because this is how black women are always being treated. Black women are always being looked at as a prey. Any race of men can kill black women. And I bet you, if you were to have 10 men that kill 10 black women, you will get at least 9 out of 10 free. Free. All right? And when I say free, not convicted. Free. In this country, black women are the most killed women of every number of women across America. Black women, number one. Than any other race of women that get killed and nothing is done. Zero. I don't want to say Ashlee Janae situation will be one of those scenarios that we will talk about a few years down the road and say, this white guy called Joe McCain killed his girlfriend and nothing came out of it. Nothing came out of it. Every other race of women get killed in this country for some jacked up reasons. Americans tend to run after whoever does it, but when it comes to black women, it's just one of them scenarios where, you know, things just remain, things just never go any further. It just stays static. Let me see the comment here. You guys are leaving a lot of comment here from other black men. From other black men. Well, you know what? I just said again, black men, black women are killed, and are killed. Black women are killed, and nothing comes out of it. All right, nothing come out of it. Now, again, if that girl was white, you and I would not even have to discuss this. I would not even bring this up, the discussion. It would just be, hey, it's on the news. We seen it. He's arrested. He is the prime suspect. Joe McCain, prime suspect. He killed Ashlee Janae, ex-son. He killed her. Bam. It's on the internet. We all seen it. It's on Fox News. It's on CNN. Bam. It's right there. But have you watched any news, like a segment on the news where it's just her? None. None. Why? She's black. She doesn't have that luxury. And not only just that, against a white man who's rich. You know what I mean? That's another case that will go unresolved, unsolved. And you can say it's a rent, because the chances are, if you say what I'm saying is a rent, I'm not saying you don't have a heart. You don't have a heart. It just tells me where your mindset really is. If you just say I'm just renting online, talking about someone who's been killed on wrongfully, and you say I'm renting, it just tells me you got a cold heart. You got a cold heart. That's just, and all the comment I'm reading here just tells me that are you legally in America? You tell me that you guys just got a cold heart. But anyway, from other black men. All right, yes, somebody right there said for other black men here in the U.S. for other black men. You're not saying something in. You are angry and pathetic. Yes, I'm angry and pathetic because a white man killed a black girl. You're absolutely right, bro. I'm angry and pathetic because you know what? I'm a journalist who stand and speak for what's right. And the only instance here that she's black, and because she's black and killed by a white man, so I'm angry and pathetic. You are absolutely right. And I'm gonna shout you out, cause you got no face. You a ghost. I'm gonna shout you out, cause you a ghost. I'm gonna give you a little airtime. War for YHW. I don't even know what that is. That tells me that you might be an AI bot. But anyway, the parents are trying to solicit money to bury their daughter that got no head and tail as to who killed their daughter, and the parents are not well known. They don't have enough money, supposedly, so they are trying to raise the GoFundMe. And let me touch on what the GoFundMe here, the estimation of the GoFundMe. Here, let me touch on something real quick here, the GoFundMe. Just imagine, it's a cold world we're in, dude. Cold world we're in. A cold freaking world we're in. You know what I mean? Kill somebody else's daughter and that just says cold freaking world we're in. And that's the reason why people are just miserable and got no life, because you know what I mean, you got all this money and you want to kill someone, kill a girl. All right, so a GoFundMe here, according to the father, they are almost there where they can have a funeral and bury their daughter. And he's saying that he's very grateful to all those who contributed. Tyler Perry contributed, Oprah Winfrey contributed to that, and some other well-known celebrities contributed to that. But again, they can't talk. Do you know why Oprah can talk? Because you gotta be mindful. Once you start to talk, they'll be like, oh, it's a black woman talking about another black woman, so she's quiet. Tyler Perry, all they're gonna do contribute to the funeral, but they're not gonna talk. Whenever you see black celebrities trying to help a family struggling, they too know something of foul play in that. But again, they gotta be very mindful. When they make a comment, they could be labeled as hate. Or Oprah Winfrey contributed money to Ashlee Janae, and she talking on her social media about this white man who killed her, and then it created division. You see, for me, I'm not Tyler Perry. I'm not Oprah Winfrey. I can talk on these type of issues. You see? So some of us got to be able to hit the trenches and say something. And even if you don't like it, I really don't care about that. Your opinion don't matter to me. Somebody else is dead, and it matters. And you in the chat worried about my hat and all the extra stuff because you got no remorse, you got no heart. You cold-blooded, and that's cool. I ain't mad at you. But I can speak on this right here because I don't care what you think. I don't care what white America think. I don't care what any other race people think. It's a white man who killed a black girl. And if the role were reversed, that black man coming back home in America will be locked up until they can find some evidence. Matter of fact, not even locked up. They will automatically press charges on him without even going back to Tanzania to find out why he killed this white girl. Who doing that in America? None. Nobody say nothing. But you in the chat who's supposed to be more conscious, because you're talking to someone who's very conscious, but all you're doing being a fool in the chat, and you think that it bothers me because at the end of the day, you don't make me no bread. At the end of the day, you don't put money in my pocket. At the end of the day, I'm not American in the first place, so I ain't gotta kiss you. So you understand that? You know, I don't have to. I run this show. This is my life. And I got a right to talk about what matters to me, not what matters to you. You worried about Trump hat, this hat right here, and you worried about the dumbest thing. I'm concerned with somebody else's life on the line. So I don't give a F what you think. You can be racist in the chat as long as you want. Again, I'm gonna piss you off. It's a white man who killed a black woman. Now, how's that? How that sound? Now I'm gonna piss you off in the live now. Piss you off more. A white man killed a black woman. Now what? Now what? Oprah Winfrey cannot say that, but she can donate to that. Tyler Perry can say that because you guys will get on their live in America and try to freeze their money and hold tight to their resources because they are speaking for the black woman. You can't hold jack for me. You can't hold jack for me. So I can say a white man killed a black woman before he even get charged. Let me say that. All right? I'm saying he killed her. I'm saying that. He killed her. Because all evidence shown, the autopsy says she was strangled to death, and the time that she was strangled to death was the time that those at the resort came in and said they separated them. You see, we're in a new age now. You can't just kill nobody and just get away with that now. I know what you guys know that. So you guys in the chat who talking. In this country now, in the times we're in with the AI, with the technology now, you can just get away with crime that you could. Even though he was smart enough to take her to Tanzania, the poor part of Africa, and do what he did. But again, the body was brought to the U.S. and it told us what time she got stronger. And not only just that, what time those employees came in and separated them was the same time that she got stronger. So he killed her and paid those employees to move the body. When you got money, you can do anything. You can do anything. You can pay people to do anything for you if you got money. And then plus more, he took her to Tanzania in Zanzibar. How many white people know about Zanzibar? I'm an African. How many white people know about Zanzibar? One of the poorest part in Africa, in Tanzania. But he knows that. So he might have got it online and booked a hotel. I'm trying to kill this girl. Where part of the world I can take her? Nah, not Italy. If I kill her in Italy, I ain't gonna come back. No, not in Europe. If I kill her in any part of Europe, they're gonna hold me accountable. You know what? I want to take her to Africa, but I'm not gonna take her to a certain part of Africa because, you know what? Zanzibar, Tanzania. I'm gonna take her there. I'm gonna book the hotel. I'm gonna reserve a spot over there. And the question is, for investigator, he may have just called the hotel or got to the hotel or maybe been to Tanzania for quite some time. You never know. He got money. And those guys over there know him. And I'm going to kill her right where people know him. And I'm going to pay those guys to conceal the body and make it seem like she killed herself. And then he's not even smart enough to even call the family why he's in Tanzania, in Zanzibar, to say, hey, dad, mom, I went in your daughter's hotel room. We had a little dispute, and she got mad, and we both got separated. But then when I went to her room, she was dead. No phone calls. That's a cold killer right there. No phone calls. No phone calls to the parents. Zero. Do you know who Alan Key was? His name is Alan, not Alan Key. Alan, my king. My king, not Island Key. Someone not making sense in the chat now. Someone said, make it. You see, I gotta be a little tough with y'all in the chat to get some little common sense. This is not Iran, like I talked about. This is not Weinstein. This is not a rape case. It's a death case. This is my first time talking on a death case. And the only reason I'm talking on that because the family just said something on Facebook. Nobody cares about the death of her daughter. I'm a journalist, so I decided to talk about that. Now you guys in the chat pissed off because I'm talking about that. But anyway, thanks for the love anyway. I see the thumbs up in the air. Thanks for the love. Thanks for the follow. And I know for a fact there are people who on the live who got some level of empathy. Even though I know I got some who are cold-blooded on the live with me. You know what I mean? But I know there are one or two people there who got some consciousness, or the ones who coming in and leaving, who can relate to say, you know what, this brother right here speaking real truth. Even though I got a Trump hat on, but that's what Trump stands for too. That's what we stand for, making America great. She's an American. She's an American. So I'm talking for someone who is an American, and I'm not even an American. I'm talking for someone who's an American, and I'm not even an American. So what does she tell you? And you in the chat who's an American should be saying, you know, this guy really cared about Americans, because he's talking about a black American who was killed. But again, it tell me that some of you guys are comfortable with the racial stuff. Whether you know what the racial stuff is normal. White men kill black women is normal. For me, it's not normal. I'm an African. It's not normal. Killing anybody, doesn't matter whether white, whether brown, whether green, it doesn't matter. Anybody get killed, it matters to me. Life should not be taken because we don't create it. So again, I'm gonna make this leap of accusation that he killed her. Whether that evidence comes through or not, it's up in the air. He killed that girl. And we have seen this perpetually, simultaneously, sequentially, unificationally. We have seen this play out so many times. If you want to kill your spouse, plan a vacation. Take your spouse on a vacation, and you can kill her easily. And all you gotta say, she died scuba diving. She died while she was hiking. She died while she was walking. She died while she was on the bike. In America, it's a little bit more to that. You know what I mean? You know, you can pull that stunt here. But again, you can pull that stunt anywhere across the world. That's why you see us Americans, we go to cheap places for vacation. We go to Haiti, we go to the Caribbean, Africa, when we want to create some dirty killing stuff. That's where we go. We don't go to well-known places like Italy where you kill somebody. You're not coming home. You're not coming home. We don't go there to carry on these spouse killings. We go to remote places, the third world countries, where we can kill people to get on the flight and come back to America because we're Americans. And those countries can't hold us back. We Americans. We don't take that bull crap to Italy. Nah. In Italy, if you kill anyone in Italy, it doesn't matter whether you're an American, it doesn't matter who you are. We would arrest you and keep you in custody until we do our investigation. You don't bring out bull crap. So he's smart enough. He took her to Tanzania. Tanzania. I mean, come on, man. I'm going to kill you in Tanzania, and I'm going to leave you right here, pay a fee of these employees, and I'm going to get my white self on my flight, come back to the U.S., and that's it. Now, we don't know what the argument was for. We don't know. But for the autopsy said that she was killed at the same time that those employees came in and separated them. So the question is, were they separating her dead body for his living body? Because they put her dead body in another room that they call the hotel room. Make it make sense. Make it make sense. Make it make sense. The autopsy says she died at this time. They asked those workers, what time did you guys came in to separate them? The same time they gave, at the same time the autopsy says she died. So now you make it make sense. If you came and separated them at 10 o'clock and the autopsy says she died at 10 o'clock, you make it make sense. You make it make sense. We are in a new age now. Technology, the AI, the radiation, come on, the sophistication. You can't kill nobody and go free, man. Let me go back in the chat. Look at all the messages in the chat here. You guys are good. Your mom is so yeah, guys. You know what I mean? Yeah. You guys are pissed off with the black man here. I'm looking good. I'm looking fly. I can say what the heck I want to say. It piss you off because I'm not American. You can't tie me in. You can't rob me in. I'm not American. If you mad, I can take a flight and go back to Africa and still live good. You heard? Let me say it again. I'm not a poor African. So you can do jack to me. I can say what the heck I want to say in this life, and you can do jack. All right? And you pissed off? Give me my exit. I'll take a flight. I'm back in Africa, and I will still be alive in Africa, saying what I'm saying again. So either way it plays out, it's your call. It's your call. I can be back in Africa on the live saying the same thing I'm saying again. So it doesn't change where I'm at. Do you know why I'm not American? Because I love my country. I love my country, and I didn't come to America being poor. So why would I want to come to America for opportunity when my country can provide opportunity? So you can say what you want to say. I'm the wrong African you're talking to. I'm the wrong black man you're talking to in that lie. Because what you're saying, don't do me jack. Don't make me jack. I can even say the heck I want to say on this live, and all the American government can do, send me home. I'm an official. So don't get it straight. And I'm not saying cheat on my own account. So be smart now. You on my live. Be smart, guys. Be smart. Stop being stupid. All right? And plus more, I'm wearing Trump. I'm wearing Make America Great. What that tells you, I'm not an American with a hat that said Make America Great. What that tells you, I'm more American than you. What I also tell you, I got heart than you. Because I'm in your country wearing your hat and saying make your country great, which I don't want jack from your country, but make it great because it's not great. What am I telling you? Your country is not great. Make it great again. If it was great, it's not. So come on. The killing of this girl by the white man, that is the reason why we got to make America great again. So now you want me to get more political now. That's why we got to make America great. With these type of killing, a black girl killed by the white man, let's make America great. See that? Now you want me to get more literal now. I didn't want to get more literal, but I get more literal. Let's make America great again. Stop killing. Their racism, I hate that. This calling people by skin color, it pisses me off. Kill the girl because he's black. Now, you guys in there who don't like other race of people, leave some comment in there. But anyway, I'm going to address this quite often. Not regularly, but quite often I'm going to get on here and help the family spread this word. Because I know for a fact, I'm an African, and every African who follows me on social media will hear me do a podcast on this tomorrow. And I was saying it from a place of conviction, from a place of deep emotion. Because nobody deserved to die the way she did. I don't care whether she's American, whether she's black, whether she's white, Chinese, it doesn't matter. She's a human being. And he took that life away. He deserved to be locked up and not just take his passport. Lock him up. I love you guys, and God bless your boy SD, man. Thank you for hanging with me. To all the haters in the live here, you know what I mean? Thank you. Somebody said Black Panther. Black Panther? No, it's not Black Panther. Not Black Panther. You know what I mean? Not Black Panther. We don't do Black Panther in my life. We don't do Black Panther. We do human rights in my life. That's what we do. We don't do Black Panther. We don't do White Panther. We don't talk about something like black related or so. No, we talk about life here. In this life is about life. All right. That girl who died, she's black, and that's what I'm talking about. I don't talk about Black Panther or white supremacy and all that. No, I don't talk about that. Because at the end of the day, we all black. Not all black, we all the same breed. Got blood running through our veins. But when somebody died like she did, and nobody concerned about that, nobody trying to bring some solution to the family, people treating her death like it's a normal thing. Now we got to speak up now as content creators, as journalists on social media to give the thing a little bit more lift, to give a little bit more attention. That's what I'm doing. I love you guys, and God bless. Let's make America great again. All lives matter, and not only just all lives matter. All human beings must be respected. It doesn't matter what race they are. It doesn't matter whether they're poor or the rich. That's it. Love you guys, man. Tomorrow, somebody said a black man. They would go again, with the race stuff. A black man, you are an African American. No, I'm not an African American. I love African American, but I'm not an African American. I'm an African. It's a difference. I love African American to death, but I'm an African, and I'm talking on behalf of a black American girl who was killed by the white man, a rich white man. That's what I'm talking about here. Do you support your mom back home? No. None of your, no. My mom is so freaking rich, she don't even need money. She's rich as hell. She doesn't need a jack from me. Now, see, your problem is you guys always think all Africans send money home. No, our parents sent us money here. There are Africans who are rich as hell who would send the kids money in America to live on. If I want my dad to send me money, my parents send me money, they would send me money here to live on it. But no. All right, what's the next one? He cannot support himself. How are he going to help his mom? You're right. I cannot support myself. You're definitely right. Do you know why? Because you got no face. You're a ghost. Get some face and then we'll talk. Trump, baby. Even though the Trump got no face, but Trump. If you got no face, then you got a low self-esteem. Maybe that's why you're not on. Go Trump. I love you guys and God bless, man. I'll be back tomorrow again on a whole new discussion here, something that will be more uplifting. And thank you for hanging with me. Thank you for following me. To be honest, man, I'm very grateful to have you guys stick with me. It doesn't matter what the numbers are. I love you guys, man. God bless. Let's get it.